Hello students, here I am going to explain another important topic, that what are the categories of polythene. There are the two categories of polythenes are there. One is low density polyethylene, which is also called as LDP, and the other one is high density polyethylene, which is also called as HDP. So here I am going to explain the differences between these two and how they are prepared. Before that, you have to remember one thing, that for low density everything we want high, and for high density we require everything low. What I wanted to say is that for low density polyethylene we need very high temperature and high pressure, whereas for high density polyethylene we need very low temperature and very low pressure. High temperature, it means 350 Kelvin to 570 Kelvin and 1000 to 2000 atmospheric pressure, whereas low temperature, it means 333 Kelvin to 343 Kelvin and 6 to 7 atmospheric pressure we require. Low density polyethylene is carried out at high temperature and high pressure, and therefore here we are going to use simple catalyst. So peroxide we are going to use as a catalyst for the preparation of low density polyethylene. On the other hand, low density polyethylene is carried out at low temperature and low pressure, and therefore here we are going to use special catalyst. So Ziegler-Natta is a catalyst we are going to use for the preparation of high density polyethylene. Ziegler-Natta catalyst is a combination of triethyl aluminum plus titanium tetrachloride. Here we can explain this LDP and HDP in other way also. LDP is obtained by polymerization of ethylene at high temperature and high pressure in presence of peroxide as a catalyst, whereas HDP is obtained by polymerization of ethylene at low temperature and low pressure in presence of Ziegler-Natta as a catalyst. Now we will see properties of polythene. As we know, there are the two type of polythenes are there. One is low density polyethylene and the other one is high density polyethylene. Low density polyethylene is a branch chain polymer and has low density as per the name suggests. Because of low density, it is extremely flexible but little bit tough in nature. Because of flexibility and low density, it is easily squeezed. Low density polyethylene is a chemically inert. It means that it does not react unnecessarily with the another substance, and also it is a moisture resistant. Low density polyethylene is a poor conductor of electricity with melting point 110 degrees Celsius, whereas high density polyethylene is a linear straight chain polymer and has high density. High density polyethylene is a crystalline in nature and always have high melting point. Because of high density, it is not flexible but more tough in nature. High density polyethylene is stiffer than low density polyethylene, and also it has high strength and hardness in this structure. High density polyethylene is more resistant to the chemicals than low density polyethylene. Now we will see some uses of low density polyethylene and high density polyethylene. Low density polyethylene is used in manufacturing of pipes, and these pipes we use for agriculture purposes, in irrigation process, and also it is used in domestic water line connection. Low density polyethylene is also used as an insulator to the electrical cables, and also it is used as a submarine cable insulation. Low density polyethylene is used in production of films and sheets, and this mainly used for the packing purposes. Low density polyethylene is also used in household uses like preparation of squeezing bottles and the attractive containers, whereas high density polyethylene is used in manufacturing of toys and some household articles like bucket, dustbin, bottles and pipes. Because of the high strength and the stiffness, this high density polyethylene is used in the preparation of laboratory wears. Having done with examples of addition polymerization like low density polyethylene and high density polyethylene, the another example is Teflon. Another name of this Teflon is polytetrafluoroethylene. Teflon is addition polymer, so the monomer of this Teflon will be tetrafluoroethylene. N molecules of tetrafluoroethylene on polymerization in presence of peroxide as a catalyst, it gives Teflon, which is also called as polytetrafluoroethylene. Now let me explain some properties of this Teflon. Teflon is a tough and chemically inert. It means that it not react unnecessary with the another substance. Teflon is resistant to heat and also it is non-reactive to corrosive reagent. Teflon is used in making oil seal and gaskets, and also it is used in manufacturing of non-stick cooking utensils. Let me tell you one another example of addition polymer which is also easy to remember and easy to study, that is polyacrylonitrile. The another name of this polyacrylonitrile is pan and orlon, and the monomer of this polyacrylonitrile is acrylonitrile. Means N molecules of acrylonitrile on polymerization in presence of peroxide as a catalyst, it gives polyacrylonitrile, which is also called as pan and orlon. This polyacrylonitrile is chemically inert. It means that it does not react unnecessary with the another substance. This polyacrylonitrile, which is also used as a artificial wool for making blankets. So this was all about addition polymer and the examples of addition polymer. So as we know, the addition polymers means the addition of monomer takes place without loss of small molecules.